Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to another ChatGPT tutorial. Yes, we're gonna use ChatGPT and Photoshop to create a stunning sports poster design. And the process is gonna be very simple. We're gonna give a reference picture to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to write a prompt to generate the exact image. And then we're gonna import that image in Photoshop and we combine together to create a stunning artwork. Yes, there are a lot. Yes, there are tons to cover. So without any further ado, let's dive into the video. Just drag and drop your reference picture in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to generate a prompt. And after that, copy the prompt and do your own tweaking. And at last, just ask to generate an image. So this is what I got. And let's open this in Photoshop. Now let's start in Photoshop. Let's create the artboard first, and for that, press Control and N. And I'm going for 4:5. Let's keep the resolution as 300 color mode to RGB, bitrate to 8, and let's keep everything as default. And let's click on Create. And then right after that, let's drag and drop this picture that we generated using ChatGPT. Now let's keep it right around here. I will place it just around here. And then let's make a selection right here. Let's make another selection right here. And let's make one more selection on the bottom. And let's click on Generative Fill and let's click on Generate. And here we go. Let's keep it like that. And then let's drag and drop very first image. So let's drag and drop this clear cutout right over here. Let's convert it as a smart object and press Ctrl and T and holding Alt and Shift at the same time. Let's just scale it down right around here. And maybe let's keep it just like here. All right. And then let's drag and drop another PNG right over here. And if you want to get this PNG file, please check on the description as below. Let's keep it right around here. Press Ctrl and T. Let's make it a little bigger. Here we go. Let's keep it under here. Let's create a layer max. Go to brush and let's erase these parts just like so. Now let's create some edge glow. And for that, let's add a curve. And let's drop it down just like so. And let's click on that clip to layer so that this curve can affect this specific layer only. Let's crank it just like so. And maybe a little up. Here we go. Just like that. Let's rename it as edge glow. And let's click on that layer max, go to brush and make sure to use the soft round brush. And let's change the color to black. And let's draw some edge line just around here. And let's change the flow around 42. There we go. And I guess this is too bright. Let's soften it down. Here we go. So this is before and this is after. And let's add one more curve. And let's bring it down, and I will call it as a shadow. Let's crank it some more, just like so. And let's fill that layer max with black color and go back to brush again. And with the white color selected, let's add a few shadows right around here. All right, now let's add a hue and saturation. Let's click on that colorize and let's go for a kind of warmer color. Let's crank up the saturation just like so. Maybe let's increase the lighting just like that. Let's change the blending mode to soft light, or let's keep it as overlay, and let's click on that layer max. Now let's fill that layer max with black color. Go back to brush and let's go with white color. Let's paint some glow right around here. And some white around here. Here we go. Now let's make a one more copy. Control J. Now let's delete that layer max. Now let's drop down the opacity just a little touch. Here we go. And again, click on that layer max. Let's erase some of these parts. All right. Now let's add a warm tone on the floor too. So let's go over here, add a hue and saturation again, and let's keep it just above this floor. And let's click on that colorize. Let's make it warmer, just like so. Again, let's fill that layer max with black color. Go back to brush, and with the white color selected, let's make this part a little warm, just like so. Here we go. And let's add a curve. And let's drop down the curve just like so, just to make it a little darker. Here we go. And again, click on that layer max and let's keep the highlights as bright as we can. So let's change the color to black and let's erase that effects from right around here just to keep these parts glowing. Here we go. All right, so this is before and this is after. And let's do some color adjustment. So select this player image, go back to filter. Let's go to camera raw filter and let's increase the shadows. Let's drop down the highlights and then let's drop down the vibrance a little bit. Here we go. And increase the clarity, increase the texture. And let's see, let's go over here. Let's increase the noise reduction and also the color noise reduction too. And let's add a little bit of sharpening just like so. Here we go. And maybe drop down the highlights some more and increase the shadows right around here. Increase the whites just like that. So this is what I got, and let's click on OK. So this is after color correction. And now let's add a curve on very top. And let's increase the exposure just like so. And again, click on that layer mask, go to brush, and with the black color selected, let's make this part darker, just like that. And then let's merge everything, Control Shift Alt and E. Let's go to, and again, let's convert it as a smart object. Let's go to filter, let's add a neural filter. And from here, let's click on that skin smoothing. Let's smooth around 32, maybe increase the blur amount. And here we go. And let's click on OK. So this is what I got. And again, go to camera raw filter. And let's add a little bit of grain, just like that. And maybe increase the highlights right around here. And let's increase the vibrance just a little bit. And maybe increase the exposure just a little bit, just like so. Let's click on OK. So yep, so that's the final, and I hope you guys learned something new from this tutorial. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, you guys take care, be safe, and be creative. Bye bye.